Hello, good evening, and now I am going to discuss about the professional attributes that I've posted for the e-portfolio. So first with P1, I have entitled P1 as Excellence in Diversity because it has required us to show our ability to work effectively in multidisciplinary and multicultural teams in diverse fields of practice. And for that, since I'm still a student, I have only shown as me as part of being a student. And for that, I've posted my photos for the ISEC A camp. ISEC is an international organization that have started to be only for science people, for management people, for law people. So definitely it was not originally for engineering, but later on they have opened the organization for engineering students, and it was actually just about in 2010 that ISEC started in UST. It was originally in UP, in De La Salle, and in Ateneo, but not in UST. But there was, of course, a body of initiated to start that in UST. So for that, I am thankful enough that I was able to join. Application for ISEC was quite rigorous because there were a lot of applicants, but only 40 plus got accepted, and I am lucky enough to be one. And for that, as a start of being a member, we have had that A camp or that adaptation camp when you were introduced to the organization, introduced to what the organization's cultures are, and we have activities about leadership and management and teamwork as well, just like the CLS. And for that, I'm thankful that we have landed second place for all the games. I had a good time with my group mates, and the photos are posted, and you have seen that we're so happy. And for P2, I have posted a lot for this. I have entitled this as Effectiveness in Communication, wherein we are to show the ability for effective oral and written communications, particularly in the English language. I have posted first our thesis defense. My part was to introduce the on how we have solved and how we have dealt with our data. So I posted that on YouTube and gave a link to the e-portfolio. And also I posted on the side of written ability for communication. I posted about me being a literary writer for Reaction, which is the official publication of the Chemical Engineering Society. So I've also posted two of my articles that were accepted and were written and published in there. One is a poem and one is an article about the OJT of the students last year. And also I posted about the essay contest which led me and my cousin to have concert tickets. It was really a fun moment when the church had that project because I am in this kind of state that if I was not in engineering, I would be in the AV studying about grammar, about reading, about poetry, and about all that. So that's kind of one of my life's wishes. But I'm still doing good. And next, I posted about the Korea film behind the scenes because as we were doing things for the film, I was the one communicating with foreign people from international schools, from venues we were supposed to shoot in, because most of the owners of the areas we were supposed to have our shoots were foreign people, and for that they only spoke English. And since my church mates consider me as proficient in English, they have asked me to communicate so that communication would be easier and less a hassle. So that, and I've also posted about our preliminary presentation for thesis. When we had our thesis for Kaito-san as used in wastewater treatment, and that was for technical communication. That was not a real thesis, but we have just presented it as a sample or as a preliminary experience of a thesis defense in front of our teacher. And for P3, I have entitled it as Engagement in Trends and Development because we're to show our ability to engage in lifelong learning and to keep abreast of the current trends and development in a specific field of specialization. So for that, I have posted three things. first is the NACHES, which is National Chemical Engineering Symposium, which was held in UP Diliman in 2011. And for that, I have learned about the recent trends in science and technology, which is morely focused on biotechnology. There was even a time that somebody have asked if it was true, and it was actually later on confirmed that even dogs are being trained in a certain country, I think Japan or China. They were trained to guide the people or the old people in the home for the aged. So I think that's a weird possibility, but people working for science will do their best to take the impossible become possible. So that's a good thing. I've also posted about our safety seminar because I believe that safety is still and always will be a trend in the industrial world. It is also one of the things that has to be further developed so that the world, or I mean, one the industrial world, could have a better face, a better construct or wall against hazards and danger and injuries. And also, I've posted my term paper on bioleaching, the bioleaching of metals. Uh, this has been done way back, but I believe still that this will be a good factor, a good processing type for countries or for areas who have a lot of metals which could be extracted or which could also be removed from contaminated water or for any wastewater, because for wastewater they must be removed so that the water going to stream in the effluent will be acceptably clean, and for the extraction because they could add into the resources of a certain country. So there. For P4, I have entitled that as exemplary choice in technique and skills, and that has required us to show our ability to use the appropriate techniques, skills, and modern tools necessary for the practice of chemical engineering. I cannot say that it is very necessary for the practice of chemical engineering, but I believe that it is a plus for a chemical engineer to know programming. And for that, I posted Shell Life, my Shell OJT Life, because my boss during that time, Engineer Oliver Magnay, is a pro when it comes to programming, and I really think that it was the thing that has gained him the promotion that he had from being a lab analyst to becoming to having a higher position in the technology and administration department of Filipino Shell Petroleum Corporation. He has somehow shown us the basics, not the whole thing but the basics. It was quite difficult, and the good thing here is that he has just learned it by himself in college by just reading the notes or and the books of his cousin who was taking up computer programming. And with that, he has gained a plus in his work because with that, they need not calculate with the use of other things, with the use of general calculators, but it's just generic that with one click you have all the data. So there, that's for professional attributes. Thank you very much.